Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible now. Yes.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
ma'am. Yes, yes,
Am I
yes.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. I'm starting my speech from again. Thank you, Thank you, Royal Global University, for giving me this opportunity to interact with all the new students which are going to start, who are going to start with their new venture in their life. So the topic which is allotted, yes, and the topic that's allotted to me is the importance of sports in our lives. And sports plays a very integral part in everybody's life. So it is also, it is also included in our school curriculum. When from school we start to playing sports and all, and it is very beneficial that. But from one point of time, what happens is that we leave the sport. For example, till class 10, we play whatever it is given in the school or whatever it is in the curriculum, but we stop playing it and we start to give importance to our studies. But that is not the thing. You as a new generation, you as a young people, you should continue the sports in any way round. It is not that you have to do a particular sports. You can also be fit. Actually, being physically fit should be the motto. If you don't want to participate in the competition and all, but still you can keep yourself physically fit, because being physically fit can keep your body healthy as well as your mind healthy. So you see, by profession I may be a police officer, but by passion I am always a sports person. So before the starting of this program, already one of the senior member of University have introduced me as a sports person and all the laurels that I have won. But but you know what? That the sports I have been playing, although I have been changing also a lot, the sports I mean, because since my father was a pioneer in swimming in Assam, swimming was a part of our life. Not a part of our life exactly, but it was a way of life, because it was by default we were doing swimming, me and my brother. But after that, I came to Taekwondo, and during the school period itself, uh, both Taekwondo and swimming was running parallelly in my life as well as studies. So what happened is that when we come from school and then we go for a swimming class and then we come home and we are already 80% tired, but still we have to study something, and we used to study whatever we can study and then we just sleep. But so there was not a spare minute to think about things which are not acceptable by the society. There was not a time to think about evil things and all. You were like busy in your sports, and then you were busy with your studies, and then you have to do is have your dinner and just sleep. And after Taekwondo, during this 2007, actually I was not selected in the Taekwondo team for national games, because the players were brought from outside, brought from outside states like Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. So what I thought, then actually what my father said was to change the sports to triathlon. Even though I was doing taekwondo, I was doing swimming, but I thought to try this new event called triathlon, which comprises of swimming, cycling, and running. You have to swim for 1.5 kilometer, and then cycle for 40 kilometers, and then run for 10 kilometers. And there, in the national games, I won the medal, bronze medal, and it was during my college time when I was also doing my graduation. And after that, I also played. I also participated in 35th National Games, which was held in Kerala. And all this was a kind of experience all the way through, because just remember one thing: whatever you do in life, nothing goes just like that. It will always help you in some way or the other. Then after that, in 2014, in 2012, I started a new thing, that is scuba diving. I did my basic scuba course, and then in 14, I did my advanced scuba course, and therefore I got a license of advanced scuba diver. Which after that, I also did mountaineering, both basic and adventure, an advanced mountaineering course. Yeah, with all this different kind of sports, what I realized that with all these sports, there comes a, in every sports you learn something. In swimming, in taekwondo, in mountaineering, in scuba diving, in triathlon, there is, every phase there is a learning phase, because in swimming you learn about team, you learn about the teamwork, about discipline, about respecting the elders, about being competitive, and yet also not losing the heart when you fail. Because sports as an event or sports as a game uh, also teach you that failures are really the pillars of success, and failure is not only the end of the world. You have to uh, like for example, when you lose in some game, then again you just have to get up and again play and be a strong and to be a fighter. And being in sports, one thing is very important, is that ego doesn't play here any role. You become so much into making friends, building your own character, and
Okay, ma'am might be facing some network issue. We'll wait for her. Okay, okay. Ma'am has emphasized on importance of sports in our day-to-day life. By profession, although she is a policeman, but by passion, she is a sportsman. We have to learn many things from her deliberation. So till then, we'll wait.
You a long way and keep you happy and satisfied. If you have few more things along with your stressful career, that may be police services, administrative services, or maybe the position of a vice chancellor. If you have sports around, if you have some kind of other things which is close to your heart and passion. And for that matter, in Royal Global University, we have a very good environment of sports. We believe in sports culture in our university. And I think Rick Roy must have told you that we organize inter-university lawn tennis tournament for women last year. And also we were in a position about to start 25th of March. We were supposed to organize All India Inter-University Baseball Championship, where teams are coming from Kerala to Jammu and Kashmir. 55 teams have confirmed. And we have prepared two baseball grounds in our university. And me as a baseball player, I prepared a boys team also. And we were ready to take challenge. But then this corona came in between. But hopefully we'll get it again this time. And so it's a sports culture in the university, and people you come in the evening. Our grounds are also illuminated for the evening football. So after the classes, the students go to the football ground. Not all who are interested, but
exactly.
unfortunately the numbers are not very good. So your intervention and my intervention, if can increase the number of students to play more and have sports as a day-to-day life and livelihood, I mean culture, sports culture will be very good. I think that is all I wanted to fill in the gap in between once you were not there. All the best, Madam Das. Please carry on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
But
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
yes, like I was talking about taekwondo, which also actually which also helped me in, which also taught me about respect, about discipline, and about, about being focused. And after that, I can come to triathlon, which is very, where endurance plays a very important part. And it actually teaches you that you have to be patient. You have to complete what you have started. These basically sports also helps us in building our life skills. So after that, I come to scuba diving. Scuba diving is like, it's a beautiful adventure hobby. But when you go in, you go under the ocean, or you go under the sea,
Again, probably ma'am is facing network connectivity
if
issue.
there is any problem, maybe sometime. Hello. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. So scuba diving taught me to be calm and to be patient inside the ocean or inside the sea, and not to be panic. And this also implies in our real life too. Coming to mountaineering is a really different thing. It requires an endurance, patience, hard work, and yes, you should be really motivated to go on a mountain, because it is like that field is really different. That is always in the altitude, and it is not like plains, sorry. So life is very hard in the mountains, and you learn a lot about the mountains, about your physical strength, your mental strength. So as previously sir was telling that about sports plays a very important role, and yes, Royal Global University on their part are doing many good things. And I have heard about the baseball thing. It is very nice that baseball is a sports which is actually foreign to Assam, but it's like very good. Can I have also heard in recent years it has come in Assam, and people are also joining it. That will be a very good sports to actually experience by our younger generation, and also people of older generation, because sports is like not limited to a single age. It is for all. So coming back to all the sports which I have done, it has helped me a lot, and it will help you a lot. I'm not telling you to take up a sports, but be physically fit. Go for a morning walk, go for a morning run, go for yoga, but just keep physically fit, because that will help you mentally also. Because I have actually read in a study somewhere that when you're physically active, some percentage, I think 80% of depression doesn't occur, because you are mentally fit. And this also plays a very important role in your life as a student, and as you are asset of our country. So to see, sports and studies are both two part of the same coin. One is not complete without the another, and sports is not complete without studies, and studies is not complete without sports. So what I want to tell you, that when you are in the classroom, you are inside this classroom, these four walls, and there are certain rules and convention. But sports is like when you go to the field, it's the open sky, it's the open field. You can do whatever you want. Although there are rules and certain rules you have to follow when you play a game, but still, the field is a very different kind of platform for you as a person to grow mentally as well as physically. So nowadays, mental health issues have been coming up, and I think sports, not only sports, but keeping yourself fit will play an important role, because now people are obsessed with all this PUBG and all video games and all these things, video games and all these computer games. But when we just sit and play games in the computer, in the mobile, it will not help us at least it will mentally exhaust us. But when you are doing a sports or you're playing something, it will not mentally exhaust us, it will freshen us. On the other hand, what I think is that whenever you take a sport, you should continue it. For example, not only sports, but I have seen people going to gym. I have seen people going to buying a very expensive cycle and going on cycling. But I have also seen the same person doing gym for 3-4 months and then leaving the same, and in the second part they buy a very expensive cycle, they go for cycling for 2-3 months and then they stop. But important thing is continuing the sport which you have taken, because it will help you and no one else, because body is a temple, like Shaktiman says. So we have to take care of our own body. We should not exploit our body and just sitting and idling and being obese. Nowadays, when I go to swimming class, I see small boys which are very obese. So I feel very bad for them, because these are all the effect of, this junk food, can all and all. Anytime playing computer games, junk foods and all, and they are also having type 2 diabetes, something like that. So it's better to love your temple, to take care of your temple, that is your body. Because staying fit is always equivalent to be mentally fit. When you're fit physically, you will be mentally fit. And sports, on the other hand, teaches you courtesy, builds your character, as I have already mentioned, and also teach you to be humble, to be grounded. Your arrogance never comes, because I have met many sports person, but I haven't seen one person who is arrogant. And it also teaches you how to accept your failure, and about teamwork, about discipline, about respect, which I have already mentioned you. Playing sports, keeping yourself fit, but one thing is important, that you have to continue it, because healthy body is always equivalent to healthy mind. Whenever I give speech, I tell everyone one thing, that you have to always dream. You have to always dream for what you want to do in life, and you have to fight for it. It doesn't mean that you have to you have to become an engineer, or you have to become a doctor. You can become anyone you want, because it is your life. It is your life, and it is you who want to be the pilot of your aeroplane. You have to be the driver of your own dreams. No one can fulfill your own dreams. Just think about one thing, that you don't want to regret later in life, that if I would have done this, or if I would have done that you shouldn't feel, you should not think that way later in life, that if I had done this, then it would have been good, etc., like that. Regret is a very bad thing, so you should do whatever you want in the time you have, thinking about the circumstances, and do what you want, what you dream of, and you can follow your passion. You can, and you can manage everything. And you can manage, if you want to, you can manage. Some people ask me, how do you manage studies and sports? And then I say that it just happened like that. I don't have to give an extra effort. Yes, before examination, I have to quit the sports and I have to study, but it becomes manageable. And when I do this both things parallelly, then what happens is that my results are much better than if I leave the sports and only study. So when it is the healthy body, it is always a healthy mind. And if you really love to read the real book, I mean, nowadays everyone reads ebook or Kindle and all, but the persons who love real book versus the ebook, you will definitely love outdoor activity than the video games or computer games, whatever. So it's always better to keep a hobby. You can keep 2-3 hobbies together. You can do your painting, you can do your sketching, you can do photography, you can do a sports, etc. You have to have something which freshens your mind, which keeps you relaxed, and which keeps you out of stress. So one thing I want to tell, that this is once in a, you will give your life just once, and we are very lucky that God has made us human beings. So you should live this life. You should live this life, and you should actually do what you want to do. You should dream. You should always dream, because that will keep you alive. Dreaming will keep you alive. And when you dream, when you start to dream, then you will have a plan that, oh yes, this is my dream and I have to do this, and that dream will become reality. So as far as sports and games, which enhance mental, physical strength and character building, etc., it it also it also helps in when you do a sports, you don't go for junk food, because you think that I'm doing so much thing. I am doing hard work and all for my health, and I'm doing hard work to build my strength and muscle. Then why I'll go, and then why should I eat junk food? Because one junk food will really affect my body. So it's better to do a sport, and also think, because it will keep your mind from all these negative things. It will actually eliminate your mental exhaustion, and it will also relieve you from stress. Nowadays stress is one of the major factor of people going for who have hypertension and all. But sports or being physically fit is very essential. So I think everyone should go for, not sport. I'm not telling that you have to go for one sport or the other, but you should always keep in mind that it will be better if I be physically fit by going on a run in the morning. Yes, you will see for the entire day you will feel fresh and you will feel happy. So being happy is also an important thing nowadays. So you should be happy, you should do what you want, and if necessary, you have to fight for what you want. And please do fight, because while going for the mountaineering, I had to fight with my father, because my father was like, why are you going for mountaineering? So what is there in mountaineering? But after I went there and I came back with an A grade certificate in my basic course, he was like very proud of me. So I suggest everyone to pick up a motto in life, that I will, from tomorrow onwards, that I'll be physically fit, because that is one of the most important thing in your life. Now you might not know the importance about staying fit, but later in life you will like thank yourself that you have chosen something to do in your life separately, like that. So thank you. Now here I will take any questions that you have for me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for your deliberation.
Thank you.
Before going into the questions and answer sessions, I will request our honorable VC sir, who is also a sportsman besides being an academician and administrator, to share his experience for our students. Sir, please.
Sure,
Sir.
sure.
Please, sir.
I think I was Mr. I was not expected to deliberate upon today, but as I've already said that the sports, and ma'am has also said rightly that you can carry on 2-3 hobbies and passion side by side. And when she was now the second leg, when she was talking about adventure, so I was just thinking, in my university, if every course will have some input of adventure, so we can have an adventure club in the university. Because my subject, basically I'm a geologist, and geology has given me, from the very first year of my studies, the input of adventure, because we were going to the remote areas on the mountains, finding out minerals, finding out faults and valleys. So I mean, our life was very adventurous from the day one, and I believe that has given a lot of insight, or maybe perseverance and resilience, and also fitness, and to fight and to have more stamina. All these things has come from those mountaineering geological excursions that we did for many years. And I stayed on this glacier, Sangla Glacier, for almost 1 month. We camped on 16,500 feet, and we stayed there, and we have done the study on, that was the second foundation course on glaciology. So I stayed on glaciers, and we have gone to crevasses and Bergskund, and it was very adventurous. And we, in the 15th or 16th day, we have taken a bath from the melting ice of the glacier. So I mean, I wanted to probably say that adventure is very important part of humans. And I think if a student, you can do adventure, along with your sports, and that can give you some kind of knowledge, as well as can give you all other things what we have just now said: perseverance to resilience and stamina and happy feeling and stamina and everything. So I mean, I think that is what I wanted to add on. I think whatever Madam Moromi Das has said, I think we students of a university in the orientation program, they all should take it in a very positive sense. And I would request all the students that every one of you should at least join one sports in Royal Global University. We have many periods, free periods. We have morning and evening hours where we have a sports full-time, person who is looking after the sports. Many teachers are involved in sports. I mean, this is the time. We have full-size badminton courts, everything we have, but we don't have people there. When I came back in 2016, my badminton courts, full-size two, were vacant and nobody was playing. It was so unfortunate. So we established a badminton Gurukul Academy with the help of Fulera Gopichand, and we have a very beautiful evening sessions in the academy. So we have everything, but everything is useless if my students will not join it. So this is all going to add on. Thank you, the organizers. Right.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure to have you among us. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, ma'am, there are few questions for you. There are many questions actually through WhatsApp, through mail, and in the chat box, but I will select only few after considering the time constraints. Ma'am, the first questions I am taking for you, ma'am, this is from our student side. How to balance one's life between academics and sports? How to manage the balance between studies and sports, and how did you manage to do so, ma'am? They want to learn from your personal experience.
Well, like I have said before beforehand only, you can manage anything you want to. Actually, it is all dependent upon you. Actually, what happened is that we think that when we are studying and all, we cannot manage a sports, but we can we think that way. But when we go to the field, and then we actually when we go to the field and then we work there, and then we know that it is like automatically, there is no magic in that. It will automatically be manageable by yourself. That is all up to that person, because I have been parallelly managing both the things from my childhood, and now also I am also into can also now also when my profession is so hectic, but still before Corona, but still I took some leave for myself and carried out my passion, because that is something which keeps me alive and which keeps me motivated apart from my profession. That's it.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm taking another questions for you, ma'am. This question is from again student side, that how to handle rejection and failure in our normal life as well as in the field of sports.
Look, what happened in the field of sports is that what happens is that whenever a failure comes to a person's life or any student's life, we become demotivated and we feel that it is the end of the world. But that is not the end of the world. There is a saying that when one door when one door closes, another opens. But so long we keep on staring at that closed door that we don't realize also that there is a door which one is open. Actually, when there is a failure, you should not just be upset or be depressed about it. We should actually go forward and work hard for our next thing. See, failure is not only the end of the world. Come on, there are so many big people, very famous people. There are stories of all these people who have failed, but again after that have stood up and fought for the things they love or they care for, and then again they have become a very famous. Like you can see the example of Bill Gates. We have Bill Gates, we have Mark Zuckerberg, and we have the CEO of Apple. He was a dropout, etc. So failure are the obstacles which makes us strong, prepare for us for the future success. So failure is a part of life, and failure is a part of being halfway successful, what I think.
Okay, ma'am. There's another question that is on how does this COVID-19 pandemic has affected the economic as well as psychological aspects of sportsmen in India?
Okay, I don't think it has affected that much because I have seen my friends who are into sports, they are doing their workouts in their home, in their terrace and all. Yes, maybe economically there is little bit of hampering, but I don't think that that is a major thing that will affect their life because economy is coming back now in track and markets are opening and all, and from 15th onwards swimming pools will be also open. I think that COVID-19 is not that way has hampered any sports person because sports persons are from childhood sports person are from, you know, they are not so negative. Sports persons are never negative. They may be negative for sometimes, but they will come out positively. So maximum sportsmen are positive. Can they think positive and they work positive? So I think it won't hamper that much. Maybe for a small period of time.
Okay, ma'am. There is another interesting question, and I do not want to miss the opportunity, ma'am, as you are here. So this question is from one student that there are many people who do not allow their child to play. They think that it will hamper their studies. How to
Okay.
solve this type of attitude and problem in our society?
The better way is that how Royal Global University is conducting these sessions for their students. They may also conduct such students for the parents. That will be very helpful because we cannot force them to do, we cannot force the parents to, you know, to, we cannot force the parents to tell the, to get their child to a field or to join a physical sports, but with these orientation programs for the parents, I think that will at least influence their thinking that studies is not everything. Sports is also something.
Thank you, ma'am. And
Welcome.
there is another question that is from one of the students that maintaining a sports life during the schooling days, but suddenly they have to leave the career once they go for further studies, and which this is more common among the female students in our society. So how to do this social problem? How to solve this social problem, ma'am?
See, the point is that the problems that we think are problems, we have the solution in ourselves only. We have to, we have to solve the problems by ourselves only, and we have the solution with ourselves. You know, tomorrow if I think that, oh, I'm going somewhere to study and therefore my sports will be stopped, but I can also find an alternate sports there where I'm going to study, but I can also be physically fit there also. Because see, for example, if I'm studying in an institution
No one at
and
reception, just check. Has that girl not come today?
like
Yes,
sudden,
yes.
oh yes, but so like now today I have just, I'm giving you an example. I have passed my class 10 today in Guwahati, and tomorrow I'm going to Delhi for further
पूरा
studies.
दिन ही खराब. He is attending online all the times. क्या हुआ है?
So
And please continue. Yes, ma'am.
yes.
Yes, we are audible to you.
Yes, yes. But so now I'm going to Delhi for my further studies. Okay, fine. There is the field. Field is in every college, so I can at least be physically fit. And then next time, if I get an opportunity in the college, I will train there. So you know, solutions is not what I will give or what some other people will give. The solution is always inside you. You have to ask yourself, because you have to ask oneself that what you need and what you want and what you prioritize in life for yourself. So I think the answers are within ourselves. We have to just reflect back, we have to observe, and we have to think. So I think that will be then answer will automatically come up.
Yes, ma'am. We have to convert the challenges into opportunities as
Exactly,
you raise.
huh?
Yes, thank you, ma'am. The last questions I am taking for you is, ma'am, there are many movies which are based on sports, starting from Mary Kom, Chak De India, etc. Apart from the entertainment value and motivations, what should we learn from those movies?
So there is everything you can learn from any movie, not only from sports. You know, when we we are the one who pick up negative things and we pick up positive things from anything. So in these movies also there are very positive things. We can pick up the best things which are, you know, applicable for us. And there are many things. For example, if you see Mary Kom, you can see Mary Kom was a mother of two, and after that also she went on playing the world champion. It is not that it is not like that. After being a mother you have to stop playing. You can do whatever you want. It's just up to you. You have to be self motivated. You are the one. You previously I told you that you are the pilot of your own aeroplane, so therefore you are the one. And yes, support is also support also plays an important part, because if Mary Com's husband was not supportive, then she would not have gone too long. But she was very confident, she was very motivated, and therefore she is now where she is.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. And ma'am, last question, which is very interesting. Okay, ma'am, one student raised a question that you have played many sports, but
Yeah.
what was your most favorite one?
Oh, favorite one was like swimming. I really enjoyed it in my childhood, and I also continue swimming now. Taekwondo was like, I was like, whenever there was a championship, I was like, oh man, I have to again get beat up, or I have to beat someone. Taekwondo is always about getting hit or being hit or you hitting someone, but swimming was like, oh, you don't fear the competitors because you have to just swim on one lane. But when Taekwondo comes, Taekwondo is like, oh, that will be my opponent. Oh, I think she will beat me or I will beat him. Like that, there was a fear. And like right now my favorite is mountaineering, because from mountaineering I have learned a lot. And I have also been, you know, I was also in Nepal in 2015 earthquake, and from that I have learned a lot. Because I was actually selected by Fair and Lovely and Star Plus but to go with 10 ladies. This was the track led by Jamling Tenzing Norway, who was the son of Tenzing, who is the son of Tenzing Norway, sir. So we were going to Everest Base Camp, but only 3 days before the Everest Base Camp, this earthquake struck, and yes, it was quite an experience of a lifetime.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. As we are running short of time, I am going to conclude the session with the permission of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Now I am going to give the formal vote of thanks. Let me thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dr. S.P. Singh, sir, for his support, guidance for all these activities. I would like to thank Chairperson Academics, Professor Alok Kumar Burhaguhai, sir, for his helps and support and guidance. I thank you, Madam Moromi Das, today's speaker, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Assam Police, ma'am, for your giving your valuable time to our students. It's indeed a motivating sessions from us. Thank you so much, madam. I offer thank to Deputy Dean Sudip Chakraborty, Royal School of Commerce, for his helps and guidance. I thank Bonani Das Hazarika Madam for his support and encouragement, and I thank all the faculty members of Royal School of Commerce and our IT team for their help, support, and guidance. Thank you very much. Thank you, my students, for your participation. Participate all the sessions without fail. Thank you.